Welcome to my video on example at calculation of a determinant of a 3x3 matrix by cofactor expansion. So in this video, this is kind of a follow-on to an earlier video I did on the method of cofactor expansion. And this one I want to just do an example. I'm going to do two methods. The first, I'm going to expand by a row. And then the second part of the example, I'm going to expand by a column. So this is our matrix, matrix A right here. So the determinant of A, using the method of cofactor expansion, first of all, I'm going to use the top row. So let's mark out that and that. So it's going to be 1, which is this value right there, times the determinant of what's left over, 5, 6, 8, and 0. Now, if we want to go to the second column and use the first row, so we want to do this first row again and the second column. Now let's get the 2x2 determinant there. Now this time we're going to have to use a -2 because it's in the minus, plus, minus position on the cofactor. So the determinant there is going to be 4, 6, 7, 0. And now the last one, the top row again, this time it's the last column. So let's get that. The 3 is going to be a minus, so it's going to be plus, minus, plus. I'm sorry, it's going to be a plus, minus, plus. So it's going to be a plus 3 times, and then this time we're going to block out the top row and the far right column, so we're left with 4, 5, 7, 8. So now we have got 3 2x2 determinants to evaluate. We can do that. So 1 times, and we're going to use our cross multiplication here. 1 times 5 times 0 minus 8 times 6. Minus 2 times, and same across multiplication again, 4 times 0 minus 7 times 6, and then plus 3 times cross multiply there. We get 4 times 8 minus 7 times 5. Okay, now let's just do our math and figure this out. Okay, so 5 times 0 is 0, and then 8 times 6, that's going to be 48, and it's going to be a minus sign, so that's minus 48, this first term. Let's go to the second term. So 7 times 6 is 42, that's a 0. 2 times 42 is an 84, and it's going to be a times a minus. The last term here is going to be 4 times 8, 32, minus 35, so that is going to be a minus 3 times 3, and that is going to be a minus 9. So we got 84 minus 9, so that's equal to 84 minus 57, and that's 27. So that is our determinant. And what we did here is we did it this row, and then we did the 1, 2, 3 columns. That's how we expanded with the cofactor expansion. We got the answer of 27. Now we're going to do the same problem, except this time we're going to do it about the last column. And you'll notice the last column has got the 0 in it. And the zeros, we like when zeros are in our columns because that makes things easier. So the first thing we want to do is we want to do this first. We're going to use this column. We're going to do the first row. Now that's going to be our first element that we're going to do. So let's see what that comes out to be. So this is going to be a plus, minus, plus. So it's going to be a plus 3 times 4, 5, 7, 8, that determinant. Now if we go over to our next row, our this one right here, and once again this column. So we're going to have, let's see, that's going to be a 6. So that's going to be in the plus, minus, plus. It's going to be in the minus position, minus 6 times, and then we're doing the middle row now, so we've got 1, 2, 7, 8 is our determinant. And lastly, we're going to do this, still the third column, it's got the 0, and we're going to do the final bottom row. So let's do the multiplication on that, and that's going to be in the plus column, so determinant of 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. We're not going to bother to calculate that. We know it goes to 0 because it's got the 0 out in front. Anytime you're doing these and you see a 0, take advantage of it and make your calculation simpler. All right, so we've got 3 times, let's evaluate this determinant using the crossing of the diagonals. So that's 4 times 8 minus 5 times 7 minus 6 times 1 times 8 minus 2 times 7. So that is going to be 4 times 8 is 32 minus, that's going to be a 35. So we get a minus 3. So 3 times minus 3 there, minus 6 times 8 minus 14. Let's see, that's going to be a minus 6. So that's a minus 6. So we end up with a minus 9 plus 36, because these two minuses cancel out, and we end up with 27 again. So we did it both ways. This time, the first example, we did it about the first row. This time we did it about the third column because we had the 0. We took advantage of that. Well, I hope you got something out of this example, and it's going to follow on to a previous video I've done on the cofactor expansion. You can take a look at that. There'll be a link here in just a second. And if you did, give me a like, thumbs up, and hope you got something out of this video, and thank you for watching.